Analyst says EA plans to milk Battlefield for everything it's worth. Their goal is 3 studios making Battlefield on a 3-year basis so they can get to the Battlefield annually. Oh my god. I saw this earlier today, and I vomited. I vomited on the floor. I vomited on my dog as hard as I could. No, that's not true. But what does this mean? If this is true, and the Battlefield devs are like, all right, what are we going to do, guys? They're like, okay, first things first, we got to put out a Battlefield to get everybody back in. Take out all the cartoons and all the stuff. Let's just sell it. I think they're going to sell it. I think they're going to sell skins. And I think they're going to do well at first. I think that they are not going to keep their word on silly skins. I think, like, let's be generous. I think Battlefield will not have any silly skins for about a year. About a year. Let's say Battlefield 6 goes into 2026 and there's no new Battlefield next year, which it doesn't sound like there will be. By 2026 of November, my prediction is that there will be skins in the game that are silly or that are not military based. And that could be, it won't be a woman in a bikini. It won't be a woman in a bikini because Battlefield's pretty liberal, pretty woke, or EA is. So it would be what would it be? It'd probably be like a trans character. Like it'd probably be like a character that is a woman but kind of a man, and like everyone else is going to have like their mask on in their military, but this character is going to have their mask off, and they're going to look like the grandma from 2042 or whatever. Battlefield 2042 characters. Yeah, so just remember, you have to remember Battlefield. Okay, like I know they're doing like a throwback game right now, but you have to remember the World War II with the robot arm, hugely African American population in World War II, and in World War One there were definitely black people in World War II. World War One, I would think there probably weren't that many. That's not the end of the world. Battlefield World War One was really good. It will always feel awkward to me to kill a German person in a game and that person is black. That's always going to feel weird to me. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I'm a racist. It just feels a little weird, guys. Feels a little weird. But yeah, this lady, she's kind of a grandma, you know? And so this is what I'm saying. Like, I think that like you will probably get, I would say a year from now, you're probably going to get skins like this in Battlefield 6. And so, you know, right now they're like, oh, just military, everybody's got a mask on, but you already have a lot of female voices. Like every character I played in Battlefield 6, it was like, I got shot and it was like, I need a medic. It was like a girl, I need a medic. It's like, wow, wait, am I a girl? I didn't mean to be a girl. Like, if I could choose to be a guy, I would choose to be a guy because one, I am a guy. And then two, it kind of makes me sad to think about women getting killed on the battlefield. Like when I hear, when I'm playing a game, I'm shooting, we're battling in New York or whatever, and there's a woman, she's like, I need some help, or I'm gonna help you out, or whatever. I'm like, God, I think about like my mom, my wife, daughter, or something. Like, shit, that's a reality. It's a reality of war in 2025 that there are women that fight in wars. There are women in the military, but I don't want there to be. I guess like men are cool too. Don't get me wrong. Like, best case scenario, there would be no wars and no teenagers or children or anybody would die in war. But it makes me super sad when women die in war. I feel like women are very precious. And as a society, as a world, I wish that we didn't, in the West, In the West, in the East, I don't think they do. In the West, I wish we didn't encourage women to go fight. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of all the women. Call it what you want, but I'd rather go to war than our women. I agree with you 100%, Cardboard. I agree with you 100%. It's like, hey, bro, would you rather go to war or would you rather send your wife to war? It's like 1,000%. Hey, and to be fair, my wife would say, I want him to go. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a shared agreement. But yeah, so like for me, when I'm playing Battlefield 6 and that happens, I don't think I'm being misogynist. I think it just kind of takes me out of it because I'm like, and that's a me problem. Like, I think Battlefield is, I think it's weird because Battlefield's kind of realistic. Like Battlefield's more of a simulation of battle and war in Modern Warfare than Call of Duty is. So in Call of Duty, if I see a woman, I mean, first of all, look at the characters. Like they're all clowns. Like in Battlefield, all the characters are clowns, basically. They're like 13-year-old sketches of just the dumbest shit ever. They're against us. It would break me. Yeah, I understand, Cardboard. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But Call of Duty, it's like Call of Duty, I'm so removed from the act of killing and war because it's like, I mean, hell, like let's look at the new roller coaster gun. Let me show you roller coaster gun and what the fuck is that name? Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Yeah, so like, okay. I'm playing the game where we're playing Call of Duty. This is what's happening in Call of Duty. Okay. So if a girl's like, and you instantly spawn back and like, you know, it's like, it's not as jarring to me as it is like a woman in Battlefield 6. But, and I think a lot of people feel that way and they probably don't know how to express it. You know, like when you're online, you're tweeting or your ex or whatever, YouTube comments, I've seen a lot of guys be like, hey, take the women out of the game. And a lot of people are going to be like, you don't like women? We like, why are you trying to get rid of women? And it's like, maybe they don't know how to communicate it, but it feels off. Not that it's not realistic that women would fight. It is, but like, I think people don't want to live that fantasy. I don't think they want to. It's a dark thing. To me, it's a dark thing. It's dark that men go. But as a man, it's kind of cool too. I think among women, probably like, you know, if you go to TikTok and you're a woman, you're like, you see womanly things. You don't see like, I'm a military badass, and like it's just not part of this. They're not hardwired like that. It's not like what women are into. It feels like we failed them in a way. Absolutely, yeah. Like if a woman goes to war, it makes me really sad. It makes me think like, God, all the guys are dead. Or if women go to war or women join the military, like in America, I'm like, damn, they really got propagandized to think that is like what they can do. And the military said, hey, we don't have enough men, so we're going to take women and pay for their stuff and everything. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And look, I've known women who are in the military. They're fantastic people. It's totally cool. I get it. It's not like a judgment to them if the opportunity is there and they want to join the military. There's a lot of girls who are like, my dad was in the military and I want to be in the military. And now there will be people that like, there'll be people that have moms that are in the military and then daughters will go in the military. So like the times they are changing. So don't get me wrong, but maybe I'm just old school and I'm just like, yeah, you know. Anyway, what I was saying, they're great. They're totally capable. I respect their conviction. Yeah, absolutely. Same. But if I get to play like in a made up world in a made up video game, I'd rather them not be in there because it just makes me sad. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, with Battlefield, my point before all of this, before I went on my rant, is I think by the end of the year, or like by like October, November 2026, you will get skins like this. And you'll get like piercings in the face. You'll get, there's already Asian ladies and stuff, but I think you'll start seeing faces, and I think you'll have like a person that's like a transgender looking person or like an androgynous looking person. Amen, brother, indeed. Yes. But yeah, I think that right now they're doing the skins and they're like, we're going to keep the military because they're trying to sell copies. But the thing about Battlefield 6 beta that I really enjoyed it, but the thing that kind of bothered me was they were all very small maps. and there wasn't a lot of vehicle action. And so like we're all kind of hyped because we're all starving for a good military shooter that we can all play and hang out with. But whenever I played it, the beta this past weekend, I actually came away saying like, I don't know if I'm going to pre-order. Like the weekend before I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to pre-order. But then whenever we saw other maps this past weekend and I played them and everything, I was like, okay, so there's only the one map in the beta that was big enough to have like helicopters and tanks basically. And I was like, that's, I mean, I you know, the old Battlefield games, 4 and 3, 1, the maps, Battlefield Back 2, the maps were huge. And so they may be huge, and there may be versions of these maps that are huge, but I didn't see them, so I don't really have a lot of confidence in it. So I actually am not going to pre-order, and I actually am not planning on playing on October 10th as of now, but I'm going to try to research and see, like, I want to see a demo of the maps in Battlefield 6. I know that there's like the one in the desert that was in Battlefield 4 or 3 or something. I know that one will be gigantic. That's like, I kind of want to see the gigantic ones, guys. Like, I'm cool to go in and do close quarters, and I can, but like only for so long. I want to be able to get into vehicles with my bros, fly some helicopters here and there. Like, I kind of want to like do that, you know. And that's what I'm paying for. Like, I'm not paying for close quarter combat because I can play a lot of other games for that. And though that their version feels better than a lot of games, like, I'm here for the big crazy stuff. So I'm not going to give you $100 for your game until I see some of that. So, but I think that Battlefield, this feels good. I'm excited about Battlefield 6, but we must remember who EA is in the games that have come out in the past. And we must remember that, 2042 was made by them. Battlefield 5 was made by them. And those were bad. Those were very, very, very bad. And now whenever you see something where they're talking about, so we want to put out a game every year, like Call of Duty, and they're saying we're going to try to do something like that. It just kind of makes me ick a little. It kind of icks me a little, where I'm like, okay, like you're talking about, if this is true, I mean, and this is like an analyst that says like, we're going to get some studios together and we're going to put a Battlefield out every year, and we're going to do like Call of Duty, and we're going to have like a battle royale and stuff. Like, first of all, I think they're counting their chickens before they hatch, because like Battlefield, I just have this feeling with Battlefield 6 that I think it's going to go gangbusters on sales on the front end, but I don't think it's going to have a long tail. I don't think it's going to have a long tail, because like whenever I played Battlefield 6, in my mind, I was like, Battlefield 4 was better. And again, it was the beta. Maybe not everything's in there. I like the class lock of weapons, and I saw that there was a game mode where it's like, play a version of the game where like each class only can do their own weapons. I saw that. And they're kind of talking about, well, with the assault, we're going to give them this, we're going to give them that. And like, I think they're trying to keep it very tight with how they're presenting it. And they're like, we're going old school. We're presenting it old school. Give us your money. But I just feel like there's a little bit of a mask. And I think everybody's so desperate because of the state of Warzone and the state of shooters in general that everybody's like, I'm just gonna freaking eat it up. I'm gonna eat it up. But then like these kind of EA things come out and they're like, we're gonna make it like Madden. We're gonna do it every year. Give us $70 to $100 every year. Call of Duty does it. Why can't we? And kudos for them for competition and everything. But like, that is not the focus that I want them to have. The focus I want them to have is to make Battlefield 6 the best Battlefield of all time. And if this is true, their focus is to sell Battlefield 6 to us, to appease us in the front end and get our money, and then think about how can we sell it to them again and not support Battlefield 6 into the future, but put out a new game and then let this one go. So that's like every day that passes, the beta was popped off. It felt really good. I enjoyed what I played of it. I really did. But every day that passes, I'm a little like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to give you my money. I don't know if I want to give you my money. Because I don't think you were focused on what I want you to be focused on, like giving you this money for this game. Because at the end of the day, I've played the beta and it's good. Battlefield 4 is better. It's like a 10, 15-year-old, however old it is, it's like 10-year-old game. The maps are better. There's bigger things that happen on the maps. I don't give a shit about the portal mode. I don't want to pay for that. The Battle Royale mode could be cool, but again, if you're not releasing it with the game and you're going to put development efforts on Battle Royale and not on the maps and putting out new maps and supporting this game for more than 1 year, and then come next year or the year after that, you're going to say, give me another 70, give me another 100 for 5 more maps, same engine, different vibe. We're going to split the player base. I don't know. Like, again, cool if they want to take that swing. They do not have the player base of Call of Duty. They do not have the player base of Call of Duty. They do, or I repeat, Battlefield does not have the player base of Call of Duty where they can take a shit 1 year, take a shit 2 years, and do okay the third year, and everybody's still playing all of them anyway. Call of Duty is like lightning in a freaking bottle, but it's the lightning bolt that lasts 30 years, and we're all getting electrocuted by it. We're all dying slowly from this lightning. But anyway, we're in a shit time of Call of Duty, and that is really helping Battlefield 6. But I remember Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042. And though this game plays better, it looks better, there's good destruction. But like, it's not the destruction that I want to see yet. In Battlefield Bad Company 2, there were maps where you start out and there's like houses and buildings, and as the game goes on, they're leveled. You turn a corner on rush mode, there's tree lines, there's trees everywhere. This is an Xbox 360 game. Okay, 360 game. Xbox 360 game. And then as the match goes on dynamically, there's no tree line anymore. Craters all in the ground. The battlefield has literally changed significantly. In the beta, I only saw a micro version of that. But these maps were very small in comparison to the old maps. And I know bigger is not always better. Like once you get so huge, it's like, guys, we can't get any bigger. But you can stay the same size. And in 2025, in the year of our Lord, if I'm going to give you my $70 to $100, I want the 360 level of hugeness. I want the 360 level of map dynamics. And I didn't see that in the beta. That's why I'm there. That's why I'm there personally. The music from Battlefield 1, Battlefield 1 is incredible. It didn't have as much destruction, but like there was big epic moments. The music of Battlefield 1, the guns, the way that it felt. Again, I'm never going to feel cool killing a black Nazi. That just takes me out of it completely. Takes me the hell out of it. I turn a corner, I shoot LeBron James. He's a Nazi. It's weird, bro. It's weird. But that game was incredible in comparison to the Battlefield 6 beta. And I think the Battlefield 6 beta was good. Okay.